Wow, that's a tough act to follow. So first, congratulations to all of you on being awarded a scholarship. I'm honored to address you, all of the scholarship recipients, family, friends, and others. Thanks to, obviously, Dean Wilcox, Steve Keene, and of course, Allison, for the kind invitation to share some thoughts, as well as in the back of the room, Ann Kerr, who was patient enough to help put together some slides. Today, I'm going to discuss my perspective on three key aspects of life: learning, earning, and returning. First, a bit about my background. I grew up in a small town in rural Wisconsin, near Madison actually, Stoughton, population at that time 5,555. I graduated in 1971 with a degree in history a semester early. I thought I would go to law school. That was my plan at the time, such as plans are. Instead, I returned to my hometown and joined a candle-making venture started by a friend of mine. This was my initiation to business, beyond the world of my father's retail grocery store. Today, as a parent myself, I can only imagine my parents' trepidation. Still, they supported me all the way through my decision to pursue the business. In 1974, I joined the Case Company, which made industrial and farm equipment. I actually didn't operate this, but it's a good picture anyway. While with Case in Chicago, I began my evening MBA work at Northwestern. I continued the following year when I was transferred to Milwaukee at UW-M. After yet another transfer the year after, I worked on finishing my MBA at the University of Houston and did so in 1979. I then began a 6-year European assignment that was absolutely a life-defining experience. After 15 years, I left Case to head marketing at FTD, Florist Trans World Delivery. My next big move in 1996 was to acquire a fledgling experiential marketing company. With very little cash and a lot of debt, the journey was incredible. It was the first time I had an opportunity to say, what do I do if I want to do it my way, not the way my boss said, or maybe somebody in college said. So the excitement about that was that it gave me the opportunity to create an experience, a culture that was inclusive and strong and resilient. And as a result of the people there, to grow the business dramatically. After 17 years, I sold the business to the employees, and I'm happy to say that 8 years later, the business is still going strong and still growing. And a year and a half ago, or 3.5 years ago, it seems like only a year and a half, right, Cindy? And 3.5 years ago, my wife and I bought an art gallery in Santa Fe, choosing to do what we call repurposing rather than retiring, starting something different. Now, let's return to today's topic, learning, earning, and returning. You are in a wonderful stage of learning. From birth onwards, learning never stops. However, you are in the most exciting phase of learning, at least in my opinion, exploring and finding your own independent identity. This phase is full of promise, of all of the things that you can look forward to and the infinite possibilities of your future, as well as the joy of being in the present in a place full of badgers, actually. I often told my children that a key goal at your stage, and their stage when they were in college, is to learn how to learn. That's an essential skill for the rest of your life. It becomes more so in the days where I've had 6 different jobs, and each time, learning was the most important thing, and that ability to learn was the key. That learning does come with some challenges, however. In my last 2 years at the UW, the campus looked like this. We had military troops surrounding buildings, helicopters in the air, and tear gas on the way to class. That inspired in me the sense of urgency to learn, as well as deep concern for this country. And in many ways, that concern remains today. So 50 years later, you too face challenges unlike any other time in a century because of the COVID global pandemic. Now the campus looks more like this. To me, a key question to you is, what can you learn from this specific moment, both in class and in the broader world? What lessons can your generation bring to the challenges this world faces today and in the future? How can you use this time-tested motto on Bascom Hall to sift and win them? I'd suggest first, immerse yourself in every moment of the LNS experience. Savor the classes you love and enjoy the diversity of experiences in other classes as well, like philosophy. For me, I still think of my meteorology class, one of the first ones I took at UW, when I look at the weather, and even when I consider climate change. Never, ever, ever stop learning, for it's the juice of life. Earning. The second part of my perspective is earning. There will come a time when you graduate from this wonderful place into that big and perhaps daunting world of a career. Whatever you choose, be it service, teaching, researching, or the business world, take the LNS experience with you. When I recruited for my company, I looked for candidates with a broad perspective. People who could think creatively and communicate effectively. That's exactly what your LNS education gives you. It's something challenging, sometimes challenging to look ahead, yet it's a critical thing to be able to be in the moment and enjoying what you're doing. Some of you today are very clear about your next steps. Some, like me at the time, have no idea. Today, you're so fortunate to be able to take advantage of a program at the university called SuccessWorks to help you with your career decisions. We were thrilled to provide then Dean Carl Schultz with some initial seed funding when he had the germ of an idea called the Career Initiative. Of course, earning means money. Yes, money, of course. I contend that earning also means earning the respect of others, those with whom you work, with whom you play, and with whom you share life. My goal has always been to positively impact the life of each person I can. And when I do that successfully, the ripple effect will impact multiple others. The third component I call returning. No matter what stage of life you're at, find a way to give back. Give back to your community, to your friends, your family. And of course, return to the UW as often as you can. How rewarding it is for me and my wife Cindy to be focused on this phase. We believe that giving back to our community and the University of Wisconsin is a reward for a life of continual learning and great opportunities for earning. It's not just money we choose to give. In fact, we rather identify it as time, talent, and treasure. Giving time to the careers or to the causes we believe in, maybe the careers too, using our capabilities to help others in need, and creating opportunities for others brings us deep satisfaction. In addition to helping seed success works, we've been fortunate enough at Wisconsin to establish an undergraduate Great People Scholarship, and great to meet one of our recipients tonight, a postgraduate fellowship, and a chancellor scholarship. Our reward is simple, knowing that in some small way we're making a difference in lives that will expand into the future well beyond our lifetime. So, that's my perspective on life and learning 50 years after leaving the university. My wife Cindy and I, who's sitting right here at the table, wish you the very best success in the university and in life. And please remember, keep on learning every day. Keep on earning the respect of others. Keep on returning to your community. And finally, keep on Wisconsin. Thank you.